Somebody asked me, do I remember when my parents got divorced and how did it make me feel? Well, interestingly enough, obviously my self-esteem went into the gutter after my parents got divorced and I started getting bullied in middle school. Around the time my stepfather started living with me. So I started getting severely bullied because I lost a lot of self-esteem. I remember my elementary school years fondly, and around 1999, that's when I started getting bullied, and that's when my parents started getting divorced, and that's when people started neglecting me, that's when people stopped, being involved in my life, and so on. So, it seems like a lot of my problems began, obviously, with the divorce. My parents weren't paying as much attention to me. I began failing school subjects. I started getting severely bullied. My father was absentee. I started getting more anxious. My self-esteem plummeted. My mother wasn't as involved in my life. So it seems like the divorce was really, in a lot of ways, even though you can't help it, it seems like it was really the beginning of the nightmare that was my life. Because I remember years before the divorce, fondly, I remember my elementary school years fondly. I had friends, I had self-esteem, I was happy. But after the divorce, that's kind of when everything went to shit for me in my life. So, I don't know if it was, obviously the whole chaos with my mother and father fighting, or if it was living with my stepfather and him being authoritarian and controlling, or a little bit of everything. But the divorce really was the tipping point in my descent to madness.